Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Joanna and this is my creative corner. In today's video I want to share with you how I use Neocolor II crayons to soften and cover black lines. This technique was inspired by one of the videos I saw of a watercolor artist who was demonstrating her techniques with Derwent Inktense colored pencils, and only after some time I realized that hey, I might be able to use some of the techniques with my Neocolor II crayons. So here it is. What I love about this approach is that I do not have to worry about colors matching, because I'm using, Neocolor II crayons which I already used on the page. That's one. Second thing that I like about this technique is that it allows you to achieve this kind of soft and dreamy coverage, like here where I already used this technique. So you might want to be aware of this fact that this technique will not get you like crisp edges, but rather more dreamy effect. I probably butchered the YouTube algorithm because of choosing this page, La Lorna page in Dark Fairy Tales by Kirby Rosanes. But hey, Halloween is coming soon, so what's the better page to demonstrate the technique? And for the palette, I'm sorry for the light hiccup. And my palette for today is Ghostly Wail from my Scary Color palette book that is already available on Amazon. You can also download a free sample of this book from my Gumroad page. I will leave the link in the description box below. The technique is quite simple, and first you need to realize that Neocolor II crayons are wax based and they have pretty good coverage already when they are dry. And let me show it to you by trying to cover this thin black line that is the edge of the wave, the seawater, I'm sorry. I'm pressing super lightly and you can see that the line is already lighter, softer. Okay, this is optional. I like to do it first, but you can either skip it. That's up to you. And now I'm going to sharpen my Neocolor II crayon to get as fine tip as possible, and I highly recommend to have a kind of an envelope or a plastic bag or some kind of plastic container where you put Neocolor II shavings. I do it because I use shavings in my coloring projects, so I do not like to waste my coloring supplies. Basically, I do not like to waste anything, including food. So whenever I shave my Neocolor II crayons, I put all the shavings into a dedicated envelope. When my Neocolor II crayon is already sharpened, I take a jar with water and dip its tip for a part of a second in water and shake the water off the tip. And now this tiny amount of water allows you to turn your Neocolor II crayon into an acrylic marker, sort of. So I'm using, it doesn't take ages. It doesn't last ages when the wax is soft. and liquid, but you have pretty much enough of time to cover a noticeable area. Like with acrylic markers, you want to wait until the first layer is dry, until you come with the second layer if you want to do it. If you want to make this coverage look crispier, you might use the background color. In my case, I might want to use black color to go along the edge that I just covered with Neocolor II crayon. I use exactly the same technique with the sea foam, the wave and the bubbles, although here I'm becoming more playful and experimental with my crayons. To cover like this black line on the top of a wave, I will start with the darkest shade. And now with my Q-tip that is only slightly damp, I always make sure to squeeze the excess amount of water with a clean cloth. Now when it's slightly damp, I'm smudging a little bit this darkest shade of blue that I'm going to use. To achieve kind of flowing effect. Then, I know it's not perfect, but you really do not have to be perfect with this technique. Then I'm coming in with the lightest shade to actually cover the backline. Again, if I do not like something, I can always try to fix it with my Q-tip. And only then I go in with the lightest shade to add some highlights. And I keep playing this way. Here, area. that's it. I will be playing with this page for a few more hours, but I hope that it sparked your creativity somehow and maybe inspired to experiment with this technique over the weekend. If you're curious how this page will turn out eventually, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me a lot to grow. If you have any questions, if something is unclear, because I must admit that I'm doing this tutorial quite spontaneously, taking advantage of the fact that I'm alone at the moment with no background noises in the apartment where I live in. Please ask the questions in the comment sections. And that's it. I'm wishing you a wonderful weekend ahead and, stay creative and keep coloring. Bye bye, until the next one.